So here I'll be opening some Star Wars Miniatures and SWCCG. The last videos in this series I did with my brother Brett. He's not here at the moment, but we'll keep it going, and I'm sure next time we're together we'll open a couple packs. I think I'm going to start with the minis for this one, just because Rebel Storm, there's not terribly too much groundbreaking stuff that you can get in Rebel Storm, although there are some good ones. Off the bottom there. Okay. Kind of helps if the glue is old and dry. Alright, I'll take them out one at a time. Here we got a Wookiee soldier. They have no defense, but they got 30 HP, and if they can run up on a squad of stormtroopers, they can take out a couple before getting taken down. Tusken Raider, I do like those. That might be my favorite common from the whole set. Here's our rules sheet. Well, checklist actually. So you can't see much of her. They gave her some cardboard reinforcement. That's a Twi'lek bodyguard. And saw the rare, but I'll save it for last. Scout Trooper, I've been looking for more of these. Alright. The number 37 Stormtrooper, standing and firing. And this is an Elite Rebel Trooper. You can tell the difference between him and the Rebel Trooper basically only because the Elite Rebel Trooper, his hands are separate. And it's only a rare, it's not a very rare. But it is Bosk, and I do like this character a lot. Neat looking character, and one of the ones that I actually don't have. I have a lot of Rebel Storm, like, you know, at least 4 of every rare it seems like, and ultra rares too, if I'm honest. But Bosk is one that I've been a little bit short on for whatever reason. Let's check out the cards. One of the nice things about Rebel Storm is that if you don't like reading, you don't have to do a lot of it. A lot of these guys don't even really have too many special abilities. But so far we have 3 characters that have 2 each. That's not bad. Stealth is... I wonder how useful stealth was back in Rebel Storm. Elite Rebel Trooper. So the regular Rebel Trooper has, I believe, 5 attack and 13 defense. So he's got 10 extra HP and 3 extra attack for 2 more points. Gotta wonder how often that was worth it. Bosk, so Bounty Hunter and Double Claw attack, cost 17 points, but he's only got 40 HP. But I mean, if you can get him next to somebody and attack plus 11 attack against a character, a unique character, you might be able to kill a Luke or Leia in 1 hit, but you gotta hope you get up next to him and then win initiative. And then a Stormtrooper. So that's the Rebel Storm pack. Just kind of neat to see all these classic trilogy characters, and pretty much all the rares were, unlike, you know, Star Wars CCG, where the rare could be, I don't know, something like Gunite, where you get, it's like a card that affects musicians. Pretty much all the rares were persons of note, because in miniatures all the pieces are essentially characters, whereas in Star Wars there's a bunch of gameplay stuff. So both of them have their interesting parts, but I don't know, it was just kind of nice to open a pack, and you'd get some garbage characters sometimes, like, I don't know, in Revenge of the Sith there was guys like, I don't know, even Captain Antilles was kind of cool, but I'm just trying to think of rares that, man, I definitely don't want that rare, and it seems like there's a lot fewer in minis where it's, ugh, this is just, I'd rather not have it at all. This might be my foil. Oh no, I think this is the foil, so we'll put that last. They just have kind of a different look to them on the back, and I always think it's a residue, but it's not. I mean, there's a couple vertical lines. It's kind of hard to explain what it looks like, and it's hard to pick it up. I've watched my videos later, and it's hard to pick it up on camera. But we got a Reflections pack. We'll be going backwards through the sets. So Special Edition first. Jabba's Palace. I've I've had some fun with these guys in a deck where I was trying to get the most power possible over the opponent. So it's a deck that makes these guys power 0, and after having them be power plus a bunch, it's kind of complicated. But the light side needs to initiate a battle where they have less power. So these guys start off with a ton of power, and then there's things that slowly happen throughout the battle to make them power 0, and then the light side can really overwhelm with battle damage. So Cloud City, these things are kind of cool. I actually, back when I was designing custom miniatures for fun, I based a Bespin Trooper kind of on this weapon. So the fact that they can't be used to satisfy attrition, it inflicts severe pain prior to death, pretty grim, but I gave my Bespin Guard Vicious Attack because of the game text of this pistol. So I always liked to bring Star Wars CCG stuff into miniatures, and I don't know if I ever tried to do it in reverse. No rares yet. This is a dodge. There's a misprint version where the free is cut off. This is a good card. I like it. Get rid of your opponent's lightsabers, but also there's a card that lets you deploy devices from your lost pile. So after I get a bunch of those on table, I play this card and send all those high destiny devices to my used pile. And then I get to draw them for destinies. So it's kind of like force retrieval, but cheating a little bit. Ooh, wow. Okay, so this is, I know it's just a white border Premier C-3PO, but it has been a long time since I remember getting like a real main character in a Reflections pack other than the foil. I remember my friend Sean and I were sitting in my parents' basement. Could be 10 years ago now, could be 5, I don't really know. But we opened a whole box of Reflections, so it was probably more like 10 years ago, because 5 years ago that was a lot of money to go through. But we got, it seems like every other pack we had either a main character foil or a main character in the regular cards. But that's really neat. And I liked what they did with the close-up portraits for the characters. And yeah, I don't really care about graded cards, but it's kind of neat to see a perfect white border Premier card, or at least perfect as far as I can tell. Okay, he's not a main character, but I kind of thought he was back in the day, and he's a general in the rebellion, so he's of some importance. But it's a neat card and it's a rare, so I was worried. I wouldn't say worried. I was about to be bummed that we weren't going to get any good cards in this pack, because the foil can be junk sometimes. Knowledge and Defense. Our rare card, or sorry, our foil card is a Starship. It's not the Executor, so because it would be sideways if it were. But if it's a Star Destroyer, that'd be good. What's the deploy and forfeit? 9 and 9. Okay, there's not many starships with 9 and 9. This must be Vengeance, so special edition. It is the Vengeance. And I might have pointed this out before. Can we see it? Yeah, so right on either side of the hull of the Star Destroyer there, you can kind of see that there's vertical lines going up and down. And that's the kind of thing that must be from the manufacturing process, because I see this on almost every Reflections foil, but it's it rubs off fairly easily with like a cloth. I don't know if it actually matters to use paper towel, but I don't, because I hear that's abrasive, but I use like a cotton washcloth or whatever, and just a dry washcloth, and that kind of rubs right off. So it's not a permanent thing, but yeah, maybe maybe it's like rollers or something. But yeah, it's a neat card, making your ties forfeit +2, or at least the tie INs, tie LNs, and for whatever reason the power +2 at Nalhutta, and it doesn't really say why that is, but if you ever wanted to make a deploying a bunch of ties to Nalhutta deck, this would be the flagship for that deck, and it's a pretty cool image too. So yeah, I'm liking it's not the best foil, but we got a really good rare by Reflections pack standards in there, and I liked our miniatures too. Scout Troopers are neat. If we're gonna get a rare, Bosk is one of the cooler ones to get in my opinion. I always just kind of thought it was neat how they're wearing a lot of the Trandoshans are wearing a Rebel pilot suit more or less, but it's yellow. Alright, so hope you enjoyed that twofer video, and I got a couple more coming, so I hope you tune in for those.